to you today, you're in my fridge and it's going to beep because the doors are open, but I need to clean my fridge out because it's a mess. So you might be able to see there's shit everywhere in my fridge. I need to clean it out. I need to make spanakopita because I love spanakopita, and I bought that Philly pastry especially for spanakopita. Yes, I went grocery shopping this morning, which involves me going to the markets, to the butcher, to the fishmonger, to the grocery store. There's all these things going around about we're running out of food. I don't really know what they're coming from because I found an abundance of beautiful food. Oh, there we go. 11th of the 1st. Oh, there was no toilet paper again on the shelves, but you know, whatevs. I've got it. We're good for now. I've changed how I grocery shop too. Hang on, I gotta wash. I was a big meal planner, and it's not liked. No, I'm not a meal planner anymore. I would plan for the week, and it would be breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinner, you know, all planned out each day, and I'd have new recipes in there that I wanted to try. And so when I would get to the day where I would have to make the new recipe, shit would be going down, I wouldn't feel like it, and so I would have these ingredients. I have diced lamb in my freezer that I don't know what that was for. And obviously it got to the day and I was like, I'm not making that. I'm exhausted. I don't want to make a new recipe. I used to do that all of the time. Oh, cool. I have kimchi in here. Amazing. Don't know how long that's been in there for. Does kimchi go off? Part of me moving into my flow was to stop that kind of planning ahead for myself stuff. So I stopped doing meal plans. And so now I just go to the grocery store. I write down a list of like the things that we kind of need, maybe sometimes, but I just buy stuff. I go to the markets and I buy beautiful produce, and then I go to the butcher's and see what he's got on offer. And today I felt attracted to go to the fishmonger, so I went and picked up some whiting and some salmon and some anchovies. And then I wake up every day and then I go, what am I going to pull out of the freezer, or what am I going to cook, or what can we eat today? And it's based on what we all feel like on that day, rather than just what I felt like when I meal planned ages ago. Some people find meal planning very important and it helps them, cool, but for me it was like this kind of weight around my neck of like, oh God, when I would wake up and I go, oh God, I've, you know, decided to cook 3 different meals today and I just don't feel like it. So I stopped doing all of that, and now it feels really good. And so I come home and I clean out the fridge and I'm like, okay, I have all of these options, and we'll just do whatever whenever we want to, whenever we actually feel like it. We'll cook the bulgogi beef spare ribs. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Yes. But me releasing the meal planning and the list was another way that I've embraced flow in my life, because rather than having a plan, I'm going with each day what I feel like doing and following that, rather than some preconditioned situation. So yes, there you go. There's my rundown of how I grocery shop. There you go. I have 3 bottles of opened peanut butter in this fridge, and I can't condense them because they're all different brands. That annoys me. I might be at fault there because I couldn't find the first one, but it annoys me. So today is definitely a flow day. We had cocktails last night and went out. It was really nice. And yeah, I did not drink too much, but got to bed late and then woke up super early. So that's not healthy. You don't want to see that. So I'm just moving in slowness today, which feels bloody nice. So yeah, it's just going to be a slow moving kind of day. We're down a child. Patty's gone for a sleepover. Danny's just arrived home from taking him there. He's going for a horse ride. Bitsy's playing Minecraft. I'm going to clean up the kitchen. There you go. I'll check in for another slow movement in my day in a little bit. I'll show you the end result. It'll be exciting. Guys, I'm going crazy. Look, I cleaned all this out. This was just a junkyard. And look at all this. Like clean. I started with the fridge and now I'm going crazy. I still got that to do. But we're getting on this side. I still haven't put my groceries away. We're getting there. Just watching YouTube while I'm wiping things down. I'm getting a bit bored, but I need to persist and keep going. Anyway, I wanted to show you because those cupboards have been just driving me insane. In flow, baby. Do you know the update on the kitchen cleanup? Halfway there. Bench tops in all their glory. It's just a few little bits of washing up left. Did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, did it. Oh, the fridge. Beautiful fridge. All done. Complete with beer cans. You know, organic produce and Forest Gold cans. It's a good combo. Anyway, I don't know what we're going to do.
I don't know either.
You hungry?
Yeah.
It's just been slip and sliding.
Can I have some carrot cake?
You can have some carrot cake. Hi. I just thought I'd organise my bag of library books I got. So I ordered all these library books to support the best of lists that I'm reading through. But I did it ages ago, so I've got to try and remember who's there for. But I've got a little list in my trusty journal if I need it. But oh, this is Simon's. Oh my god, it's huge. So Simon Savage. Pretty sure this is Simon's as well. I don't know whose that is. The Profits would have to be Simon's, wouldn't it? I'll have to double check that one. Summer Water? Is that Simon's? Are these all Simon's? And then I got the Luminous Solution. I don't know whose that is. Okay, I definitely know these two. Diary of a Young Naturalist and Growing Up is in Simon, so I'll put it in his spot. So I've got 3 for him to read. Summer Water. Let's try and find what I'm doing here. So many lists in here. Here we go. Yeah, Summer Water is Simon. Amazing. Bewilderment is one of Eric Carl Anderson's ones. I'm super excited to read this book. You can't see me with that glare. I adored the understory so very much. So yes, I love that it's not as big as the understory. Overstory. I adored it. I can't remember its name. Okay, oh, The Prophets. Is that Simon? Yes. Another one for Simon. Gosh. You get all of his books from the library. And then I've got the Luminous Solution. Could that be one of Amy's? I'll have to look that up. I'm really very excited. I'll link Jaclyn's video below in case you didn't see it. Jaclyn from 6 Minutes for Me. She had some really great, interesting thoughts around what this book brought to her. So, yeah, I would highly recommend watching that book and watching that video. Oh my gosh. I would highly recommend watching that video. But, yeah, so I'm super excited to read this. But I need to look up whether it's Amy's book. Hang on. This is someone new. This is on Anna Bailey Karras on her top list of 2021, and this is the first book for her. But I really need to get reading on these books. I'm just going to pop it up the top, but I really want to read that one first. But that doesn't help with my little project, does it, Fitzarisk?
Nope.
Nope. So, there we go. We've added to the list. I might spend the afternoon reading. What is your thoughts around that?
I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the afternoon.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
I want to read my book.
Then what am I gonna do?
Don't know. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Do you want to read with me?
No.
Don't you like reading?
Yeah, it gets me bored.
I'll continue to negotiate my reading for the afternoon. And he'll continue to negotiate getting on a screen.
Why can't I?
We'll see if we can meet in the middle.
Why can't I?
I distracted him, so I'm doing this. I think I told you in the last vlog what this is about, but if you haven't watched it, I'm only on page 18. But it's from the voice of a woman who is talking to her unborn baby. She must be young. She's living at home. Her mother is not happy she's pregnant, and she's kind of talking about her mother and father in ways where her father was the nurturing one and her mother was the hard one. Yeah. So I don't know much more than that. When I do, after this little reading session, which I hope goes for a little while, that little one is distracted for a little bit. We'll see. Then, yeah, I'd love to get a good way in because I've got so many books to read now. I need to get committed to reading again. Last week was a bit of a write-off, wasn't it? Not much reading got done. I think I had a hangover from the Unsettled Ground after I got annoyed with that one. But yeah, I'm loving the different way this book is being told. It's very engaging. So yeah, and it's now raining and whatever, so let's spend the night reading. Worry about other things later. Hi, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. I haven't read much more. He's just so cute, that little kid. I just want to hang out with him. So I've done that. I did the cards for a friend, like the 2022 spread, and sat with him and did that, which was really nice. I made bruschetta for dinner. That was delicious with fresh Turkish bread that I got from the markets this morning. But now a movie is on and Danny and Fitz watching that, so I have the evening to myself. This book's really good. Yeah, she's explaining, to her daughter that's in her belly, about her parents, and her mother is from the Philippines and came to Australia to marry her father, and that hasn't worked out, and her mother is degrading, mean. Her expectations of her daughter to help her through all of her emotional issues is unreasonable, and yeah, the daughter has found a way to kind of live separately from what her mother puts her through. God, so cruel. The writing is amazing. I feel all of the trauma that's going on, and yeah, it's really, really, really well written. It says from the best-selling author of Unpolished Gem. I've never heard of this author before, so I might need to do some research. Melbourne-based writer. There you go, discovering new Australian authors all the time. I love it. Okay, I'm going to sign up for the night. I'm going to bed down with this book. I don't have any children to put to bed, so yeah, that's Danny's job tonight after the movie. So yeah, maybe a warm shower and crawl into bed in an early night sounds good too. Yeah, I'll let you know in the morning how much further I get. Hopefully it's more than there. Good morning. Sunday. It's Sunday. Been up working this morning and doing finance stuff, which is really boring, nothing creative. But, well, I have two exciting things to tell you. Hang on. The first one is I have a favourite soy milk that I use for my maca every morning, and it's expensive. So I put myself last and don't buy it and buy the cheaper stuff. But I went into Aldi yesterday and they have it for a cheaper price. And there's no plastic or anything on it, which, you know, is important. And so, yeah, have a fruit. It's not as cheap, but it's cheaper. So, that's very cool.
We need you.
What?
Dad, I don't know why. He did something wrong.
Okay.
Dad said to come get you.
Renovation questions. I'll be back. You always think renovating is going to be so, like, yeah, whatever, we measured it, it's right. But, I mean, there's so many factors, isn't there? Builders are very clever people. So the other exciting thing, which I'm going to right now after I have my maca, oh, look at that soy milk, it's delish, is I hopped on Facebook Marketplace this morning and happened to see in the description of somebody's listing that they've got a moving sale and they've got a room full of books that they're selling for 50 cents to $3, and it's on from 10 till 12 today. So I'm going to have my maca and then I'm going to go in and see what books they've got, and I'm hoping that it's just going to be full of everything that I love, and wouldn't that be amazing? So those are the two exciting things: awesome soy milk and a book sale, which I'm about to go to. So I'll drink this, I'll take you along, it'll be fun. Okay, I'm going to cook burgers for lunch and then I'm going to read. I didn't do much reading last night. I'll show you what I did. I kept falling asleep. I even tried to hop on a reading sprint. Lindsay's reading sprint that was taped. It wasn't even live, to try and keep going, but I kept falling asleep. I fell asleep in the green chair and then went into bed. So I'm only at page 62. Can't stop thinking about it. Really engaged. So as soon as these burgers are cooked, it's reading time, and I'm going to just do reading and washing all day. That's my plan. Speaking of which, I'm just going to put some washing on now. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Hi. I'll stand in front of the thing so you can see it. Obviously, I'm in the laundry. Look, I left you with the I'm going to do all the reading thing, and that really didn't happen. Instead, I did all the napping things, and then I got up and did some writing, which is really nice, and did an Instagram post because I felt called to do that. And my son took a photo of me for the Instagram post, which was really cool. I told him he's now my official photographer. It's kind of just been an afternoon of complete flow. Not what I thought I was going to do, but just kind of moving in and out of the to-dos. The kids and Danny have gone to the golf thing. I don't know. You know, the place with the virtual golf. I don't know. And Danny said, why don't you come and we'll have dinner? And I was like, no, I don't want to. And then reminded him of all the teddy bears picnics I went to, all the story time at the library I took the boys to, all of those absolutely boring but cute when they were little, all those things you do as a mum. And I said, Tag, you're it. So now he's got older boys now, he can take them to golf and I get to stay at home. That was a really nice feeling. This is the last load of washing I'm doing for the day. And then, yeah, I really am feeling called to go and read. So I'll do that. So yeah, you don't need to watch me do the washing. I'll see you in a sec when I'm back inside. Yeah, and reading. Okay. just had a shower, hopped into my nightie. So I thought it'd be a good time to check in with you around 100 days. I'm on, I think it's like 112 or something. So it's a very easy read. It's very, very easy to read. So we can make this happen fast. I'll just keep plodding through this. I'm watching BookTube when I find myself wandering, and then that inspires me to come back to it. So that's a really good combo, BookTube watching and reading, that's for sure. Okay, good morning. Coming to you Monday morning. Been up working early. I got a heap of reading in last night and finished this off this morning. And I loved it. I really loved it. This is such an interesting point of view about how trauma, when you're a child, affects how you mother your kids. It's something that I'm very aware of and am constantly questioning and diving into and clearing and all of those sorts of things. This is a letter to her baby, to her daughter, and she is with a mother who is absolutely mothering from trauma and who is absolutely desperately trying to stop her daughter from repeating the same mistakes that she made, but doing it in a way that is controlling, confining, abusive. And can you hear that frog? I hope it's a lovely green tree frog. Oh, its friend is croaking now. There's a whole pile of them. Okay. I don't know where I was up to. It ends with understanding, which is super cool. I can't say that because that'll give it away, but it's, it's tied up in a way that is satisfying, that is hopeful, and I just felt pure warmth through all these moments in this book, especially at the end. So the writing is really good, and it is, I think I said last night, it's clever in its prose, and towards the end there's some lines that were beautiful. There was this really cool wrap up. She falls pregnant to a boy named Ray, and she sings, oh gosh, what's it called? From Sound of Music, Ray, a drop of golden sun, far a long, long way to run. And that kind of rolls through, and it kind of gets brought back in at the end. And in that moment, I was just so comforted by that, or just, I don't know, I just felt pure pleasure from the way that the themes and the author is, as you know, kind of not left anything hanging, tied everything up, and yeah, beautifully done. Such a big fan. This was on Amy from Polyreader on her best of book list, and I give this a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. It didn't get the 5 stars because I enjoy the flowy, descriptive language, the beauty of that. It had amazing language, but it was very short, sharp, to the point, kind of hard dialogue kind of stuff, rather than that descriptive stuff that is right up my alley. But yeah, 4.5. So we'll have to work on the star rating for Amy, because it's gone up. She was on a 3.5. This is a 4.5. So then we need to add an extra star. That's an average of 4. We had a good date, Amy. How amazing is that? I'll do that in a minute. Also, I was just then going to move on to the next book that I've chosen, but I've still got Jaclyn's chat in my head. I'll link her video down below. I don't know if I remembered to do that last vlog, but it was a really interesting chat about the numbers game of reading online, and how we just finish a book and move on. And her and I had this cool discussion over the phone about that. And I just felt myself falling into that trap again, about really sinking into how that book felt in me, what it brought up for me. And I actually bought something to facilitate this and I'm not using it. So let's leave what book I'm reading next and let's go in and sink into this, because I finished it, I don't know, half an hour ago. Oh, and rye bread cooking. I might go and get my rye bread and then come and sit down and show you what I intend to do with my little card file here. I'll be back. Made a little card. I've done a little key for the different colors for the star ratings. Done a little card with my understanding of what it's about and some themes on the back. I'm eating the most delicious rye bread I've ever tasted. I always buy the spelt sourdough from this guy, from this sourdough bakery. And 3 people in front of me in the line at the markets bought the rye bread. I was like, there's a reason for that. It's got gorgeous, it's got sunflower seeds in it, it's delicious. My belly doesn't do well with bread, so we're just going to see how we go, but I love it so much. Cross your fingers for me, but I found the bread I can eat. Okay, right, so we're back to the cards. This all came, here, I'll show you this. Wait, I bought this card file. Have I shown you this? I bought this for $40 off Marketplace. I need to get it, I don't know, powder coated or something, so it's nice and white. And this is just that sort of cheap wood on top, so I'd love to get that replaced one day. But right now this will do. This came about because, did I tell you this? My mother-in-law gave me, she gave me that recipe book, and it was the most gorgeous way of handing down things. I became very aware that all of my information is online, and that the physical act of passing something down or having that memory physically to look through, I like that tactile feeling, and I want to honor that tradition in a way. So I've got a 2022 drawer, which I intend to put the books that I'm reading, the recipes that I'm going to make that are new to me, and just ideas that come up during 2022. And I want to put them in this drawer. And there's 4 other drawers there. So I don't know how the system will end up working, but right now we're making a start on it. At the front, I've always kept these file cards in a little box, but they've got the date and the year. I haven't filled this one in since 2018. But you kind of go down. Where's one when I've actually filled in a few days of? This is 2018 and 2021. Paddy had his first day in Kingfishers, and the chiropractor cracked my neck for the first time, and that happened. So when you get the day, it's like you see what happens at all those years on those days, and I love that idea. So that's at the front, and then at the back, I'll start this. I've got this little separator card that I'll pop in. And then at the back, I'm going to put you down. And then at the back, I'll just pop these cards. Now, I wanted to put on here the different themes, and I might organize books according to the different themes, because that's opened up a new way of thinking for me, right? And I want to kind of develop that perspective in a way And reading books is a way that adds to my ideas and to my thoughts and gives me these different perspectives. But if I'm in that culture of just bumping them through, then I'm not sitting with a book and processing it and seeing how it feels with me and seeing if I keep thinking about it. And if I read a lot of books so my themes are mothering from trauma patterns, children looking for choice, and when motherly love crosses into controlling, those are the themes that resonated with me from that book. I'm pointing there because you're sitting on it. So I want to kind of sit with that and process that. And if I read other books that have those same themes in them, but maybe sharing them from a different perspective. This was about a daughter of a woman from the Philippines, right? So there's cross-cultural things in there as well. But yeah, if I find books that have that same sort of meaning, then I can kind of develop my perspective because I'm pulling in the perspectives of other people that are written to me in these books. That's what I love about reading, but I'm not ever sitting and collating that information and really not applying it, but kind of having it, sitting with it so that it actually informs me. I just go, oh yeah, I read a book once about that. And that's all I got. Jaclyn's video brought this up for me, and I'd been thinking about it. Like I bought this filing system and was thinking about keeping a physical record of books, but then making those connections between books and actually sitting with my thoughts and developing a thought pattern in 2022 from the books that I'm reading really appeals to me. So that's what we're doing with these cards in this really old card file that I got for $40. There we go. My first book. I do need to put in the other books that I've read so far this year, but I don't have time to do that now. I have crazy kids in there and I'm hiding in here. I've got to stop hiding in here. They're starting to recognize that this is where I hide. Oh my God. Just the smell of it, it's beautiful. I'm going to go in and check in with them. I'm going to do a couple of hours of boring work. And then I'm going to have a nap. The washing, but you just like create different kinds of piles. So that chair's clean, but now piles of socks, piles of clothes to put away, huge pile of clothes to hang up. Yeah, so that pile went, but these piles started. Now I have to execute these piles. God, I hate washing. Look. The piles are gone. There's one pile there, but that's off shop. But look, I did it. Everything is back where it belongs. And I'm done. I just told my son I'm clocking off. I think it's like 7 o'clock at night. He wants to make plum pie, but I'm pushing that out till tomorrow, let me tell you. I'm gonna sit here and drink my cacao. I did start Sorrow and Bliss this afternoon to put me off to sleep when I have my nap. There's no reflection of the book. I just fall asleep when I read when I'm tired. I'm there. I've met Martha. Martha's life is a shambles. How she got there is going to be really interesting. I think her husband's left her and she's moved back in with her parents. Her parents are creative. Her mother's a sculptor. Her father's a poet. And she grew up in quite a bohemian type household, I guess. So she's explaining all of those things. It's a great setup, super duper interesting. She has a sister she's really close to, like we're just getting all that info, but yeah, very interested to find out Martha's story, that's for sure. So I'm going to sit and I'm going to do this and dodge poker games and Pokemon games and, you know, all of the things. It's kind of fall into the night because I need to fall into the night. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow, hey? Okay, bye. Hi. Oh, my hair. I just washed it. It's all over the place. I'm in a car park at the shopping centre. I've got a laser appointment this morning and I am always late for this appointment, so I was like, I'm not going to be late today, and now I'm 20 minutes early, so you know. So I'm going to sit here. I have my book. I'm there now. What's that? Page 90 something. It's good. I like it. We're doing a lot of past Date Martha, the character in the book, and yeah, how she got to be where she is, but I want to know what's going to happen now in present day, but I've got a long way to go. Oh yeah, this morning is appointments and yeah, just ticking off some errands, and then my mum arrives and I have a big list of sewing projects for my mum to do, so there's that. I probably need to get us some fabric to do the sewing projects. I'll do that. I've already been up and done my work, and this morning there was this amazing flock of swallows that were kind of cruising around the outdoor space and swinging off the lights, and it was really cool. I was sitting and doing my work and Danny came out and was like, oh my gosh, there's just so many swallows around here. It was awesome to watch. So we sat out and had a cup of tea and did that. So that was the most exciting thing that's happened this morning, other than being 20 minutes early for an appointment, which I am always late for. So 2 wins already, and it's 8:30. Amazing. I'm just going to take a breath in here, read my book until it is time for my appointment. I'll catch you on the other side. So something happened today. Do you want to tell them what happened today?
No.
You can see there. That's my reading room door.
Oh yeah, reading room.
Look at this. No books. No green chairs. No books. Just Lego and a bed. The teenager took over my reading room. He needed more space. So I'll show you where my reading room is now. Green chairs. This little space is now my reading space, and I've got to work out how the hell I'm going to fit all of these the books are all piled up there and over there. I gotta work out how I fit all of this into that little room on that one shelf. Anyway, that's what happened today. We're all tired from moving things around. Sometimes you gotta give up your reading room for the teenagers. I'm gonna go to bed with sorrow and bliss. I'll talk to you in the morning. Good night. Hi, I'm here. Oh, my cup's all over there. Oh no. Yeah, we've done a bit of changing And I woke up this morning and looked in my reading room, and there was my little one asleep. And then I looked in the room that's to be my reading room, and it's a mess. And I came in here and I just wanted to create a beautiful space in here because the reading room's gone. That was a big part of my life, that reading room. But, you know, when your preteen comes to you and says you can't have, it doesn't feel like you can have friends over because there's no space and privacy in his room, you totally honor that, right? So, and I have all of this gorgeous space to use. So I just came in here, moved some things around, and yeah, just started kind of claiming this space as a bit of a little studio, a bit of a discovery of new ideas space, all that sort of stuff. Though, this is my thoughts of the morning. At the start of the year, my word was consolidate. I've done a lot of learning, a lot of expansion, a lot of shifts over the last 2 years. And it's all flying around, I feel like, and I just need to bring it back. I think COVID does that too, right? You have to bring it back and build the nest. And so this is kind of my integration space, and I needed to make it, I need to continue to make it, you know, mine. And it's always been a bit of a transient space because this is where people come to stay when they have sleepovers. And yeah, now it's, yeah, I'm just totally claiming it. So that feels really good. But my spring card, because I'm in the spring phase, is the Six of Cups, which is about sort of stop working towards providing the basic needs or providing the needs and start getting some perspective and seeing what you do have and remember what used to bring you joy. And I wrote in my journal, which I've just put away, I wrote that what used to bring me joy was the nurturing and caring of my kids. Well, it still does, but you know, it was my focus, and building beautiful spaces. And so, yeah, us doing that yesterday, though that was totally led by Patty. We were sitting in the reading room and he just started ferrying the books out of there. I was like, right, this needs to happen. But yeah, kind of just building the beautiful spaces to have the nest, to consolidate, to start integrating all of the learnings, because you could go on learning forever. I mean, it's endless. And even with, you know, things like Instagram and even on here, people are throwing new ideas at you all the time, right? So I think this is my place to just take a breath and start pulling it in. So this morning I pulled a card because I was feeling just unsettled, and I pulled the Goddess of Fire, and check that out. That's the crone that's sitting on the, you know, it's something about a feather flies down and then she creates medicine from it. There's all my feathers. But yeah, it was about seeking truth, honoring my crone, learning the old ways. And if that's not nest building, I don't know what it is. So I kind of feel like, hey, this consolidation, integration, nest building path that I'm on, you know, like this week has been all about creating the spaces, cleaning the kitchen and, you know, changing around the house, and even claiming this and creating this as a space for me and a little studio for my new business. Yeah, like I just feel that that's connected to the path that I need to be on right now. Right now I'm off to do a cycle reading for a friend. It's just the cycle cards that I do, friends reach out, and I like creating the story and doing the writing and pulling all the meanings of the cards together. So I'm going to do that now and email that off to her, and just have a bit of a creative morning rather than a boring work morning. That's my plan. And then we're going to get creative with sewing cushion covers. My mum is here. Did I tell you that? My mum is here. So she's going to teach me how to sew cushion covers today so I can sew cushion covers for everything. So yeah, it's just a bit of a creative day. I do have to do some boring work later, I suppose, but I'm not going to start the day off with that this morning. Working in with my flow. books are. I feel like Shani and Bert with all my books stacked up on the ground. But it has to be this way for now. I've spent most of the day cleaning this up. Here are my green chairs. We need a lamp. We need stuff. But we'll get there. 6 o'clock at night. It's just been a day of cleaning and rearranging still. And still so much more to go. But just keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Feeling a little overwhelmed, if I'm honest, about all of the decisions that I'm making at the moment. There's decisions for the shed refurb and moving around in the house, and yeah, it's a lot. So this morning I came to you talking about getting the nest sorted and consolidating, and yeah, today has definitely been one of those days of consolidating. Haven't read a thing and feel like I've had no time to just be. It's just been a constant move forward of creating spaces, but that's okay. It's okay. So I'm going to go to bed after roast chicken. Just really, the exhaustion's there, but I feel like this jitteriness of all of the things to do, because I've spent all of the day doing this and not done any of my work. I did buy fabric for cushion covers, so hopefully my mum and I will get stuck into those tomorrow. See how we go. I'll let you know more. Another day of creating spaces. But I'm going to sign off for the night so that I can eat the roast chicken, go to bed. I'll let you know in the morning if I read anything, and I'll talk to you then. Good night. Oh, good morning. This is a nice way to start the vlog for today. I don't know what day it is. I think it's Thursday. Yes, it's my last day of spring today. Something exciting is happening just happened. I've been up since 5 doing boring work, and that was kind of the end of some of my boring work. So I guess when you're opening your own business and, you know, you've still got bills to pay, the transition is really tough, because all you want to do is be in your business creating, you know, setting that up, and you've got to kind of stick with the work that isn't satisfying at all, because that's how you get paid, because, you know, I don't even have an online shop open, right? So, but I told this client that he's an amazing client, but he's just like, he has every week things have to be done by certain times, and I can't flow in and out of that. And that's really hard for me. I rather have clients in boring work where I can just do it in my own time, and, you know, like, things have to be done during the week and I just get them done whenever. Yeah, this client, I told him in November. I told him after my birthday in November that I had to move on. And I told him at the start of January that I was finishing up at the end of January, like it had to happen. And I messaged him at the start of last week and went, just so you know, I've only got 2 weeks left of work, so you better find someone to replace me. He's a friend, so it's a little tough, but I put a deadline on it when I spoke to him on the phone a couple of days ago, and this was the last week I was doing this particular part, which is the really intense, like, data entry, boring, but has to be done, you know, every week. So yeah, that was the last time. I just finished it, and I've written up the systems, and I'm emailing them tomorrow with all of this is what needs to happen for whoever starts on Monday, and it won't be me. That's a really, really good feeling, because I hated doing it. Like, it just drains me. And the reason I do it first thing in the morning is because if I don't, I get on with my day and I just don't go back to it. I don't, because I don't want to. So I have to do it as soon as I wake up, because otherwise I won't do it any other time. And then that sets the tone for my day, which is really shitty, and I don't want to do that anymore. So, hooray. I just finished it. Tomorrow I will wake up and send all the stuff away, because right now my brain is fried, but I can do that in the morning. And then catch you later. catch you later. There will be a handover period, I know, but at least I won't be. It won't be on me to get it done by certain times, and I can flow with that, and that feels really good. So, yay! I just want to do my business. I just want to do Untamed Me, and I can't wait to get the product. I can't wait to get the website up. I can't wait to start selling things. Like, I need a certain amount of money each week. And once I start building up so I can, sell some things and start sustaining that in the awesome fun business, then I can, that changeover. I am slowly making my way out of boring work so that my whole days are creative and feminine. And I just crave it so much, but I'm making it happen. Slowly but surely. So I'm getting my hair done today, which will feel really nice. And yeah, kind of that's from 11. I have to go to the post office and drop off some orders, and I have to deliver an order to a woman who lives in my town who I've never met before, but ordered one of my planners, which was really cool. So I get to meet her. Actually, I need to message her and tell her that. And yeah, that's it. I need to do some work for my husband, but later, he can wait. Okay, amazing. I just wanted to let you know that I finished some boring work stuff, like that the move into creative life, there's a little step forward today, and that feels real great. Hi, I'm stopped at traffic lights. I shouldn't be doing this, but I just realised I haven't spoken to you since this morning. I've had a disappointing day. Things have been disappointing today. I got full of energy and excited this morning, and then the client called and said he needed to add another 2 weeks to my working life. And then I negotiated with him and got it down to 1 week. So I've got 1 more week to go, but it won't be as much work and rada, but like, I'm really annoyed about that. I was so excited, wasn't I? Anyway, and then we're like doing the shed out the back, and I had my heart set on this green stone benchtop thing, and we can't get it. So I got that call this morning saying that's not going to be possible. So that made me sad too. Anyway, so that was the other disappointing thing. So then I just went and got my hair done, which feels really nice. And you become friends with your hairdressers, right? So I caught up with Meg. That was really great. And now I'm waiting for an appointment at 3. It's now 10 to 2. So I just went and posted some planners that to beautiful women. And yeah, now I'm going to go in secondhand shop, go to the op shop, go to my favourite one, and have a play there for an hour before my appointment, and then go home. The only thing that could make this day even more disappointing is that the bulgogi beef spare ribs that I've had in the slow cooker all day aren't going to be any good, because I've been looking forward to them all day. So if that happens, it's officially a disappointing day. Anyway, I'm going to go and buy some secondhand books. I'll let you know what I get. Making a mad dash to Spotlight. This is me in the car much later. It's 6:30 at night. Thank goodness for late night shopping. That's what I can say. The beef was not disappointing. The boys loved it. So, hooray. And my mum had sewn some cushions when I got home. And they're amazing. And it looks so cool. But we need so much more fabric. And it's going to cost so much money. But I want it. So I'm heading into Spotlight now so that she has the fabric, so that she can sew in the morning, because I got work on in the morning. So there's that. I left you before I got recipe books. I got a heap of cookbooks from the op shop. There weren't many other books there, but Patty's been really loving cooking, so I got a heap of those cookbooks for kids situations. So that's fun. And yeah, we watched the wheelchair tennis final because the Australian Open's on. I don't know. We've just been hanging out. So, this is my dash into Spotlight. Ending off my spring vlog with a dash into Spotlight. It's so interesting when I get to this point in the vlog and I think, oh gosh, I've got to edit this and I don't even know what I've spoken to you about. I don't know what I've talked to you about. I used to follow a blog many years ago called Fox's Lane, and she used to do this list of things and I just loved it, and I would write it for myself, and then I thought, why don't I share it on Instagram? So I put it up on Insta, and that was really nice to do. It's really nice to make the lists. So yeah, I think I'll do that at the end of every phase. And yeah, it's a good kind of reflection. This has been a really interesting few days, and a lot's been, you know, my winter was very much about planning and ticking off the lists, and I haven't made one list in spring, and I've still got a lot left over on the list that I made, which is fine. It was, you know, the wish list, but I haven't engaged with that much, yet I felt more overwhelmed. So I did some journaling around that a little earlier, just about how my focus wasn't on work in my spring. My focus is very much on building my nest, which my card directed me to. But the anxiousness within me, because I wasn't focused on work, is not okay. You know, because I'm building my nest and I was, you know, really connecting with the boys and, you know, cleaning and decluttering and making beautiful spaces. And that was my focus, and it felt really good. But because the work was getting done what absolutely needed to, but I wasn't so deep in it that I felt anxious. And I don't like that. There needs to be way more balance there. So yeah, something I've highlighted that I need to work on. Yeah. So I'm going to sign out now. We're getting closer to town. I need more concentration. Sign out chatting to you in this spring phase. People say these vlogs bring you calmness. I don't know about this phase. It's been a little bit frantic, and I've been a little overwhelmed for all of those reasons I spoke about. So hope there is some calmness and it hasn't brought you, lifted your overwhelm. Anyway, it's just so nice doing this, and I love showing up imperfectly, showing up untamed, and showing up, yeah, with my authentic rhythm. Feels really good. Okay, I'm driving. I've really got to turn the camera off. I'll talk to you in the next vlog.